Ladies and gentlemen, it's another week and another trailer to break down when it comes to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6, and today we are going to be talking about Collision Course Part 1, the 8th episode of the 6th season of the series. There are still a bunch of things out of the Season 6 trailers that we have not seen yet, part of which we're going to be seeing on the upcoming episode of the season. It's pretty clear from the trailer. The episode trailer, in my opinion as well, is one of the best that we've seen so far when it comes to episode trailers this season. I mean, it does give us a lot. It does alternate between both teams and then jump to this small team, minor team, a sub-team of one of the two teams, but it does give us a hint there as well. But let us though start off by watching the trailer and then break it down bit by bit and piece for piece, and then move on to the synopsis as well and kind of review it in the context of this trailer. Let's go.
Creatures destroy an entire planet.
If there's enough of them, they will.
Agents May and Johnson will be going with you.
We all gonna get along?
There's a part of the plan that Sarge hasn't revealed.
Tell us about these items you're searching for.
They can move beings through space and time and...
monoliths.
Your world is about to be destroyed. Everyone you care about is going to die.
Marvel.
Alright, so the first thing that we've got on this trailer is May talking about these creatures destroying this planet, as in Earth. We've got Sarge explaining how they are like migrating over here. The more of them, the more the possibility that the planet would get destroyed. So it's not 1 or 2 or 10. It's what we know so far, which is pretty obvious. Many of these strikes are going to be the reason for this destruction. But between the two moments on this trailer, between what May says and what Sarge says, we get this scene where this group of people is gathering in some kind of a desert or a deserted place, and that pretty much is complemented by the other scene on the trailer where we do see these people go all crystal-like, you know, like everyone who's ever been a host to the strikes. But yeah though, it's kind of like we're gonna see some major part of what these strikes are capable of, you know, how big this thing can go. But it also makes me think of that theory about Dark Angel, you know, the Dark Angel arc out of the comics with Mephisto and whatnot, you know, releasing a hellish being, a Dark Lord, a Demon Lord, and in this case it's probably gonna be Balgad or some other character, but that character is basically gonna be the creator. Now, in case you don't want to go back and check that Dark Angel theory, in case you haven't checked it yet, let me just try to summarize it in like one sentence. Simply put, it's like sending soul shards in order to free a demon lord. So whoever the creator is, he's being freed by whatever they are doing. It's his signal to come in. You know, you own this world. But the next thing over here is Agents May and Johnson are gonna go out with you. Sarge is going on a mission. These two are going with him. Not really sure why the choice of these two. Why the choice of the two with the most emotional attachment to Coulson to join in on this mission. I can understand Daisy with her powers and whatnot, but I'd say Mac would have sent someone else. Maybe Yo-Yo with this guy instead of May. However though, Yo-Yo as well has an issue with this guy because of Agent Keller and whatnot. But moving on though, Mac talks about part of the plan that Sarge is hiding. I'm pretty sure there is part of the plan that Sarge is hiding. He's got an ulterior motive, and that's what I've been trying to say for so long. I mean, he does seem like a good guy fighting the Shrikes and whatnot. His methods are pretty questionable. He would kill an entire planet in order to stop the creator. But nonetheless though, all of that is the part that he is revealing. You know, the part that concerns trying to stop these bad people. But I've said it and I'm saying it again, he's got something that he's hiding. This something might be really bad, and this something might be about revealing that he's not the good person that a lot of fans seem to be convinced at this moment that he is. But okay though, we get that scene from the Season 6 trailer where Sarge is pretty much on top of his rig. We also get that scene from the Season 6 trailer where the controller's ship is heading towards Earth. That possibly as well, and that has been the assumption so far, complements the scene from the trailer of Season 6 where Daviiz states to Mac that there's an object or a body heading towards the Earth's atmosphere. But those though are 2 out of 3 scenes that we either did see on the Season 6 trailer or do complement scenes out of the Season 6 trailer, or both. The third one though, that's all about a scene that actually complements a scene from the trailer. We've got Fitz and Simmons talking to Izel about whatever she wants from Earth. You know, those artifacts. Now she starts describing them, you know, artifacts that help you travel through time and space. And basically Fitz cuts her off when she's about to describe the third thing that those artifacts do and tells her they are the monoliths. Now the third monolith is still an enigma to us. A lot of us thought it was about reality because of what it did when combined with the other two. It created this other fear dimension reality. So basically on its own, it's just about transportation through realities. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that in detail and why that makes a lot of sense later on. However though, the assumption that a lot of people made that that third monolith is about life and death based on what Marcus Benson said, I think that was a false assumption on our part. I do believe he was talking about the crystals. The crystals are made of the same material that the monolith are made out of, and they are the ones that are about life and death, the monolith itself, that he doesn't know anything about. But yeah though, whoever it is that's holding that picture of the three monoliths, the thing that looks very Incan, you know, something that has to do with Pachacutic, that's not anyone on Azel's ship, but that's rather Marcus Benson. You can tell by the tone of his skin, and that's basically the third party that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, we're gonna find out what Marcus Benson has been up to trying to uncover what Pachacutic is, since he requested to leave in order to figure out what's going on with those people, those shrikes, and those crystals. I'm assuming that early on in the events of the episode, we're gonna discover that he is onto something. By the end of the episode, he's gonna uncover whatever he's been onto. So we're probably gonna find out more about what's going on, what the Incan link is in all of this, why the monolith, why the crystals, why the same material. We're gonna figure out something, not necessarily everything, but most probably something out of all of it. But circling back though to the scene with Azel, Fitz, and Simmons, here's the scene that complements it out of the Season 6 trailer.
I know what he really is, and he won't stop until he eliminates the whole planet.
Finally though, we've got the moment on this trailer where Coulson tells Daisy that Earth is gonna get destroyed, that everyone she cares for is gonna be dead. Now we know that Sarge is planning to destroy the planet if that's the only way to defeat the Shrikes and defeat the Creator. So the one question that comes to mind over here, at that point on the trailer, that scene on next week's episode, does Sarge have the upper hand? Is he planning to go ahead with his plan in order to defeat the Creator? Or is he just, you know, making a statement, these guys, these Shrikes, the Creator, are gonna destroy your planets? I'll give a bigger weight to the second option because he doesn't sound all that threatening on that scene, but both are actually possibilities over here. But moving on to revisiting the synopsis real quick before we end this video. Who put Sarge in charge on an all-new episode of ABC's Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Friday, July 5. Now that we've watched episode 7, the ending of episode 7, Sarge pretty much in charge within S.H.I.E.L.D., in a manner of speaking that is. I'm thinking over here one of three things or a mashup of two or all three of them. So number one, we've got the entire idea about him being in charge within S.H.I.E.L.D., in that manner of speaking I was just talking about. Number two, possible history as to how he came to be in charge of this team, you know, Jacko, Pax, and Snowflake. And number three, the possibility that he does report to someone else, you know, that part of his plan that he hasn't talked about. The possibility that there's a man behind the curtain, that there's someone else that he reports to, someone else who actually calls the shots. But on the synopsis as well, we've got to face the galaxy-hopping hate beast that eats planets. That's a reference to the Shrikes. That's also a reference to the Creator. The team on Earth asks for all the help in all the wrong places. While back on the Lazy Comet, something weird is going on with Azel's crew, and it's not just the Puffies. Now, I'm not going to talk about the latter part. Obviously, the controller's ship is named the Lazy Comet, or that's what they're going to name it on next week's episode. But about the first part, we've got the Earth team asking for help in all the wrong places. That kind of makes you wonder. I mean, they're asking for Sarge's help. Is that the wrong place? Or is there another place or another person whose help they're going to ask for, and that's going to be a total failure? We're going to find out next week. Guest starring wise, we've got Carolina Widra in the role of Azel, Maximilian Azinski in the role of Daviiz, which kind of goes along with the idea that we're going to see that scene, you know, warning Mac about that object hitting the Earth's atmosphere. We've also got Brooke Williams as in Snowflake, Winston James Francis as in Jacko, and finally Matt O'Leary as in Pax. One final thing though, in all of this, and as I stated before, there is a name on IMDb that's not mentioned over here, and that's pretty much Christine Akawa in the role of Balgad, and I've been talking about Balgad for a long while now. However though, he might not be appearing on this episode, there might be a mistake on IMDb, and we might end up seeing him on a later episode, like it might be 9, 10, and 13 instead of 8, 10, and 13. So yeah, we're gonna find out next week, but I'm sure hoping he's gonna be on next week's episode because that's probably gonna start answering a lot of questions. I mean, not all of them, but probably some of them. But that having been said though, I'm going to be posting my theory video later on, like maybe tomorrow. I'm also going to be posting a synopsis breakdown for yet another episode sometime this week. But that's probably gonna be it for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos over the course of this week. So yeah, as per the usual, my work here is done, so let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this trailer, what you think is gonna go down on next week's episode, if you think we're gonna be seeing Balgat on next week's episode, and if that's gonna answer some questions. Let me know as well if you did like this video by dropping it a much appreciated like, subscribing to this channel, and make sure while you're at it to enable notifications in order to get updates whenever I upload a new video, publish a new community post, or start a new live stream. But until the next time that you tune in for another one of my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos, or otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in to this trailer breakdown, and have a great day.